Time now for News Extra, and here again, Kevin Mooney.
Thank you very much, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. We're going to talk about Veterans Day, as we should be doing here, as we're coming up to that over the weekend. And on Monday, we have John Brehm, Veterans Service Officer over at Scottsbluff County. How many years?
Well, I started in 74. January will be 45 years.
Wow. I'm 45 years in broadcasting, but 45 years at the same job.
Yes.
Wow, fantastic. Congratulations to you. So let's start out in honor of Veterans Day. We got the Memorial Avenue of flags on East Overland and Broadway and West 27th Street today, right?
Yes, they're probably putting them up as we're speaking now, and they'll be up until Tuesday. And it's magnificent. I hope the wind's blowing a little bit. It's just breathtaking.
Yeah. So the city guys do that, and they have no problem doing that, right?
No, the transportation department, the city transportation department does it, and they do a good job.
Yeah. All right. So you'll probably be seeing them do that again on East Overland, Broadway, and West 27th Street. And then we have a list of Veterans Day activities over the weekend, and a lot of those are tomorrow, right?
Yes. Well, let me start over. At 8 o'clock, we're going to have the coffee at the Western Nebraska State Veterans Home, which is open to the public. At 11 o'clock, it's going to be the Veterans Day Parade, and that is tomorrow, Saturday, November 10th. And that'll start at 11 o'clock. And at 6:30 tomorrow is the Veterans Day Banquet at the VFW Post 1681. And then on Sunday, November 11th, Veterans Day, we have the Veterans Day program at the West Nebraska State Veterans Home. Then, as I understand, the Gearing American Legion Post 36 has a program on Monday.
All right.
Veterans Day program.
Let's back up a little bit. You mentioned we have the coffee at the Veterans Home at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And then we have the parade, like you said, at 11 o'clock. Now, if you want to participate in that, you can still do that. Just there's a way you line up. You go over toward 19th Avenue and East Overland, but how would you like them to line up?
Well, the best way would be on 19th Avenue, be heading north toward East Overland, and then then they'll just put you in the parade route. You'll turn west there on East Overland and be right in the parade, and it goes down to 3rd Avenue.
Right. And then, so who starts out the parade? Part of that is just the way you line up, because you have a certain way you want everybody to go down the parade, right?
Yeah. Well, we start with your. We have to let the VFW auxiliary pretty well toward the front of the parade, because we want them to get over and get the lunch ready.
That's a good idea.
That's important.
You got to have food.
Yeah. And then we'll have a color guard, and then we have the dignitaries. One thing we're doing different this year, we have about 2 or 3 cards for World War II veterans. So any World War II veterans, I'd like them to call our office today so we know how many we have, and we're going to have World War II veterans on there. We want to honor them since we want to know why they're still alive rather than after they've departed.
Yeah, no question. How many World War II veterans do you think we have around here?
I'm kind of wondering that. But with the ones we want have to be able to get in and out of the cars themselves. I know we got some out at the Veterans Home, but they wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
But any World War II veteran that can get in and out of the car themselves, give me a call over at the office of the Veterans Service Office, and we'll sure have a ride for them.
All right. If you are going to participate, and like you said, John would like you to kind of work your way from south on 19th Avenue there, and so you go there. You probably get there around what time?
I would say 10 or 10:15.
Okay. All right. So remember all those things, and if you could help him out with that. And then, like you said, we have a noon luncheon then for the participants in the parade.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And how many people you serve with that?
Well, it just depends. It depends on how big the parade is. I mean, sometimes I bet you we have over 100.
Yeah, I would think so. Oh, we forgot fly-in. You're going to have a kind of a different fly-in for the parade?
Yeah. The Air National Guard over in Colorado could not do a flyover this year with jets like they usually do, and I couldn't get a flyover from Francis or E. Warren Air Force Base, so Airlink is going to be over the parade at 11 to start the parade to get her going.
All right, that's great. It's fantastic. The Veterans Day program then is at 1:30 Veterans Day banquet is over at the VFW Post at 6:30 tomorrow night.
Yes.
And you have a special guest speaker,
Yeah,
right?
Lieutenant Colonel Johnson, he's the head of the ROTC program up here at Scottsbluff High School, will be the speaker. And one thing I want to say about the parade is the ROTC cadets will be in the parade.
That's great.
I don't know how many or what.
There's a bunch of them. There's well over 100
Yeah.
that are in that group now. I'm not saying there's all of them are going to be there, but yeah, that'd be great.
As I understand, they're going to be in uniform and.
Yep. They're at the football games. They're all over the place. So that program's really working out well. Okay, so after the banquet, then we have the program over at the Vets Home on Sunday. That's at 1:30, and you'll have a special speaker there as well, right?
Yeah, his name is Jeffrey J. He's a retiree from I'm not really sure, Army, I think. But he is going to be the speaker. He's a minister down there in a church at Minutair.
Yeah.
But he does a real good job.
All right. Yep. He's a pastor at Community Assembly of God over in Minutair. That's at 1:30 on Sunday. And then Monday, you mentioned there will be activity over in Gearing, right?
Yeah, at the Legion, yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. We've got through it all, John, here before 8 o'clock. And this will be the last time for me to talk to you here. So I wish you well. We wish all the veterans well. We thank everybody for their service. We appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. John Brehm talking about Veterans Day activities that begin tomorrow with that Veterans Day parade and the coffee over at the Veterans Home in the morning.